If you drive across New York State, you'll most likely pass a few dairy farms. In fact, the Empire State is the third largest milk producer in the nation. But with milk prices at a 10-year low, many dairy farmers are struggling to stay afloat. We looked into the importance of dairy farming in the Finger Lakes region and what's being done to keep that industry alive. Here's that report.
So it's a pretty busy place.
Busy. That's how Steve Palladino describes the Walnut Ridge Dairy.
We have, like I said, 1,600 cows, and about 1,300 of them are milked 3 times a day.
Palladino has been working on the farm since 1984 and is now general manager and one of the owners.
It's a dirty job. You're dealing in cow manure, dust, big animals, long hours.
He says it's all worth it because farming is his passion.
And we're here doing this not to become millionaires. It's because it's something we love.
But with milk prices at a 10-year low, Walnut Ridge is facing financial difficulties.
We actually built this new facility in 2015, and that's kind of where the start of the down cycle hit. And I don't think anybody really foresaw how long this down cycle was going to be. Dairy farmers are used to highs and lows, but never for this long and at this low a price.
And the Walnut Ridge Dairy is not alone. Dairy farmers across the state are feeling the effects of low milk prices. That's where New York FarmNet comes in.
Farming is a very challenging occupation, and we help by providing free confidential consulting to farm families who are facing challenging situations in their businesses, as well as looking for business growth.
Ed Stair is the executive director of New York FarmNet. Based out of Cornell University, the organization was started in the 1980s during a nationwide farm crisis. Today, the service continues for farmers across the state.
Our personal consultants help with stress and communication issues and managing intergenerational conflict.
Stair said FarmNet has seen an increase in requests from dairy farmers.
The cases that that our consultants help farmers on have increased by 50% compared to last year at this time.
One of the reasons milk prices are so low is the oversupply of the product across the world.
In 2014, there was a record high milk price, and so there's a lot of expansion in the industry in response to that price, and now we have a supply that's greater than the demand.
Consumers are simply drinking less milk than in past decades. That's taken a toll on many farms, and some have even closed down. There are 1,600 less dairy farms in the state today than there were in 2006, and many of these farms have been in families for generations.
Farming is the quintessential family business. The vast majority, over 99%, of the farm businesses in New York State are family-owned and continue to be family-owned.
Sherry Ripley's family has owned the Ripley Family Farm for centuries.
The farm has been in existence since the 1800s, actually 7 generations on the farm. We have 5 generations that have been working with the Guernsey cow, and then the processing with the dairy and bottling the milk we've done for 2 years. We're going on our 3rd year now.
We talked to Ripley at the Egg Extravaganza event on the Ithaca Commons. She and other farmers were there promoting their products and connecting with community members.
But when they find out that we're local, they find out our family history, our family story, I think it helps us that way, just get our name out there. And I guess what most people need to know about the dairy industry right now is that farmers really do love and care for their animals.
That love and respect of the cows spans generations in the dairy industry.
This cow's name is Yama. She's 3 weeks old. She'll drink 1.5 gallons of milk a day. And when she was born, she weighed 70 pounds and will gain 2 pounds a day till she's 2 years old. And then when she's 2 years old, she'll have her first calf. I just like how they give back to the earth, as their manures we can use for crops. And it's just really amazing what they do for the earth.
As for the future of dairy, many farmers like Steve Palladino are unsure of what to expect.
The overall cost, feed cost, labor, all those things are going up, and with milk price lower, it's been tough, and the future's kind of will be interesting to see what happens if we don't see some relief.
Whatever the future holds, Palladino hopes to continue his work with cows.
Grew up on a small dairy. My grandfather came from Italy and just at a very young age introduced me to the cows and the environment, and it's just something that's in my blood. I don't look forward to the day where I'm not going to be able to be around these guys. So.